What's up, you movie collecting maniacs, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer, and today it is time for another Quickie movie haul video. And as you can tell from my voice, and because I cough every so often, I feel like crap. So, gonna get this video going, get it out there for you guys, so there's some content on the channel to enjoy. But I got a whole bunch of stuff, really amazing stuff recently, and really looking forward to showing it off. But let's jump right into it and take a gander at what I got to show off. First up is a movie I've actually never seen before, but I've always been interested in it because it has one of my favorite Hong Kong martial artists in there. Yun Bao, is that how you say it? I don't know. But he stars in this really kind of strange movie that came out by Vinegar Syndrome, put out a new version of it that I've been curious to get and finally picked it up. It is The Iceman Cometh. And crazy stuff it seems with this one. I want to say he's like he gets frozen in ice or something and time travels to modern day 80s Hong Kong and gets into all kinds of antics. But it's got a nice little slipcover there, and then some original kind of photo art cover. But he's kind of that Yun Bao is a underrated martial artist and just kind of performer in general. He came about when Jackie Chan was getting famous. Then him, Sammo Hung, they would have a series of movies together, and he is one hell of a performer and acrobatic kind of guy. Really super fast, great moves. I think he's extremely charismatic in his films, and I don't know why I've never seen this one. This is probably like the only one of his that I haven't hunted down and watched for myself. So I'm really excited to actually have it in the collection for the first time and to be able to watch it for the first time. But yeah, like Vinegar Syndrome's been knocking it out of the park with just a lot of odd films that you wouldn't really expect to be put out there, and I'm really glad they did this version so I can finally see it for myself and check out Yoon's work. But damn intriguing looking movie, and like I said, he is kind of underrated actor and performer because I love everything that he appears in. But let's move it on to something even more strange and unusual. It is a box set I've had my eyes on for a long time. I finally said screw it, I'm ordering it, and that was 2 days ago, and wouldn't you know it, ring at the doorbell, and here it is. It is House of Psychotic Women by Severin Films. Put this box set out of a series of 4 films, I believe. I don't know if the 4th film is an actual feature film or a documentary, but movies that are centered on central characters that are female, that are pretty much just going through the ringer and weird, surreal experiences. It's very interesting. I've only seen one movie in this set, and that would be the Footprints, which I can't remember the original title, is like Alarm or something, Footprints on the Moon. But that one is a really unorthodox giallo, very weird and surreal. It's hard to explain. I think I even did review on the channel for it, so definitely check that one out. But this box set looks pretty badass, like all Severin box sets are. And it's got a film with Elizabeth Taylor in it called Identikit. These are all the movies on there. That one looks like insane. Then it has one, I Like Bats. I guess a lady who thinks she's a vampire, I don't know. Then Footprints, which I mentioned. And then the last one is The Other Side of the Underneath. And that one I am not sure if it's a feature film or not. But really just interested to kind of get in and see what they're all about, because it all sounds interesting. Footprints alone is what I wanted to have in the collection for the longest time. I think I had just a burned copy from some bootleg. But really glad to have that in the collection, along with all these other ones. They look really awesome, and I've been pretty much picking up every Severin set that's come out. Box set. So there's the Identikit. Boom, right there. And then we got I Like Bats. Who doesn't? That one looks really interesting. Then Footprints, which is a really amazing giallo flick. Very, very atmospheric and surreal and strange. And then lastly, that one that I really don't know much about, The Other Side of the Underneath by Jane Arden. Oh my god, there's boobies there. I'll have to censor that somehow. Son of a crap. Alright, well, that box set just looks really cool in general. Really looking forward to checking out all those movies. Definitely, like it says on here, some rarities, just very, very strange films. And yeah, been looking forward to getting this one for a while. Finally just said, screw it, I'm getting it. But let's move it on to something else. I mean, there's so many good releases that came out recently. And then they just announced a second version of this one I'm about to show you, which I'm totally excited for. But it is the Jackie Chan Collection Volume 1. And it is from 1976 to 1982. It's not all of his works from between that time period, but all the ones they had rights to, I guess. But there's some really amazing ones in here. And I've owned all of these on DVD prior, so I'm really glad to be able to get these ones on Blu-ray, upgraded in just a simple box set. But all the movies are, we've got The Killer Meteors, we have Shaolin Wooden Men, which is a really, really cool old-school kung fu flick. To Kill with Intrigue, which I believe Jackie Chan isn't really the main star, but just in an ensemble piece. And then we have Snake and Crane, Arts of Shaolin, which is another great one. Then Dragon Fist, which is another awesome one. And Battle Creek Brawl, which is probably my favorite of this pack. It's his first attempt at an American film. I don't even know what time period it's in, the 40s or something like that in America. But he gets wrapped up in this brawl tournament that happens where there's almost like, it's just like a assortment of weird fighters and professional wrestlers, and he gets wrapped up in it. And it's just really awesome, really cool. And I think he does a really good job on showcasing his talents to America in that film. I don't know why it didn't catch on, but that's my favorite of this whole pack here. And then lastly, Dragon Lord, the movie where he gets his ass kicked pretty much the entire time. But it's a really good film. It eventually comes around, you know, just like Jackie Chan. But all these films on this one, they all have their individual discs, I believe, when I skim through it. But, yep, all individual discs in their little sleeve thingies, or whatever you call these. But, yeah, great set. Pretty steep price, but, I was able to get it for a pretty cheap price through, I think it was deep discount with a special code. But awesome to have this. And like I said, I just saw they announced Volume 2 with a whole bunch of amazing films. And of course, it's not all of his films in those time periods, but whatever they had the rights to. And I think 88 films kind of films in the gap of releases. So if you're ever looking to get them all complete, I think 88 films kind of counterbalances all the ones that you find in this Shout Select series from Shout Factory. And get a little wet my whistle. But really, really awesome stuff. So excited to dive back through these films. I was obsessed with Jackie Chan years ago when I first started the blog. And I covered every single one of them. So there's reviews and write-ups somewhere out there on the internet. So check those ones out. But let's move it on to some more curious flavor. It is a double feature on two films that I really wanted to check out for a long time. I checked out one of them a couple of days ago. The double pack is the Crater Lake Monster, which I watched a couple of days ago. And then Galaxino, which is a very interesting sci-fi, I don't want to say spoof, but a very kind of strange combination of sci-fi elements. And really great looking cast too. But these two films really caught my eye, and I always wanted to get this double feature under my belt and into the collection, but could never find it for a decent price. And then for some reason somebody was selling it for dirt cheap, and I jumped on it, and here we are talking about it. But definitely got to make some time to watch Galaxina. It looks pretty cool. And I watched a video, I can't remember if it was on Good Bad Flicks, that is kind of the behind the scenes story of this woman here and her kind of role in Galaxina, and just a lot of weird, strange stuff that happened behind the scenes. So definitely hunt that one down. But Crater Lake Monster is really awesome. I really had a good time with that one. It's just a 70s creature feature flick of a kind of plesiosaurus monster ravaging a town, and a lot of crazy weird characters in it. Very fun, and I'm going to be doing a video review on that one very soon. I got that one in the works, but yeah, great double feature from the looks of it, because I will check out Galaxina and get back to you, but really excited to check it out. And let's go on to another one. This is a movie I'm not sure if I have in the collection. I know I own it on DVD already, but I looked around for the Blu-ray, cannot find it anywhere in these piles and piles of movies. So I saw somebody was selling it for like dirt cheap, and I said, hey, better to be safe than sorry, I'm gonna pick it up. And the movie is, because I've been wanting to watch this for some reason, I watched the behind the scenes stuff about it, Masters of the Universe. And of course, it is not the most loved film, because it's just very weird and unusual. It doesn't really follow the source material too much. Went through production hell, pretty much leveled Canon Films as a production company. But I love it. I think it's fun. Nice little 80s adventure. I think Dolph Lundgren does a great job as He-Man. Frank Lagello, I believe, is the name of the guy that has the Skeletor persona there, and does an amazing job as well. Takes it way too serious. Courtney Cox is in there as well. It's one of her first movies, but just a fun, weird film. Billy Barty is the little dude, little midget dude. Just a fun movie. I actually like the effects in it, and I just like the story behind it in general. Just the production hell that it went through, because it was supposed to have a sequel, but never happened, and they used the production, like, sets and stuff like that for Cyborg with Jean-Claude Van Damme. So it's a lot of weird stuff with this movie, and just like the history of it and what happened afterwards with Canon Film collapsing. But yep, Masters of the Universe, I love it, and I picked it up to put it in the collection, even though I think I might own it somewhere. I just don't know where. It's just getting too confusing. I need to have a spreadsheet or something. I've been going off of memory of what I have for the last 6 or 7 years, so really should write something down to remember what I have and what I don't have. But up next is a movie that I have on DVD and I have it on Blu-ray, but I wanted to upgrade it to the best version I could because it's one of my favorite 80s fantasy films. I think it's one of Ridley Scott's best, and the cast is amazing. The visuals are to die for, and soundtrack on both versions of the film are beautiful. And the movie I'm talking about, if you hadn't guessed, is Legend. And I picked up the Arrow Films release. Arrow Video, I always mix that up. Arrow Video release. And yeah, like I said, amazing film. Tom Cruise and Mia Sara in the main roles here. And what is it, Jack and Lily? I'm going off memory. And then you got Tim Curry as Darkness right there, and probably one of his most amazing roles. Even though you don't really even see him in it, he's just so transformed into that character. But it is just a wicked film with so many amazing moments. They really captured the fantasy of this one, and it's just one of my favorites, my all-time favorites. But yeah, that's about it. That's about it for today, at least. And I'm surprised I didn't cough more than I did, because I have been reeling, just coughing like crazy. Like, I don't really feel too sick, but yeah, the coughing is just out of control. But boom, there is the amazing haul with that awesome artwork there for the House of Psychotic Women. But yeah, decent haul, and there's a lot of awesome ones to go. Kind of been reinvigorated with some of the movies I've been picking up to do more reviews. Got a lot in the works. Just falling in love with film all over again, it seems like, even though I've never really lost the passion. But yeah, a lot of great stuff coming, and hope you guys are enjoying it. But that's it. Hope you're doing well, staying healthy, because a lot of people are getting sick. And yeah, that's it. So stay safe, stay out of trouble, and I will see you guys the next time I'm in front of a camera talking about movies. See ya.